Good day and welcome back. Here's part 2 of the Doom-Tacular. Christmas Doom-Tacular on the Doom Waves' channel. Today we are going to be talking about the gifts that I received from my family primarily for Christmas, and from A1 Ducky Doo Gaming, who is once again here in my house eating all my food. And yeah, that's not true. Whatever. He's just hanging out. But yeah, so we did get some cool stuff, some awesome stuff actually for Christmas. Some amazing things, some amazeballs things. So first off, I guess I'll show a couple things I got for Whitney that I will include in this collection of things. I did decide to give her my extra 3DS because I got a really good deal on a copy of Mario Kart. Not the Mario Kart. There's Mario Kart 7. There's the one on the back. Mario Kart 7 and Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. So now Whitney is the proud owner of a 3DS and does have a couple of 3DS games and some other games that she picked up as well. But those will be covered in the next video when we talk about just flat out December pickups. So those I did buy for Whitney, but they're also kind of in my collection too. So I guess we'll just jump right in. There's a lot of really awesome stuff to talk about. You know, just the typical, you know, Christmas gifts. You know, there were some odds and ends of, you know, toiletry items that, you know, always seem to end up in stockings. You know, toothbrushes and things like that. But we won't show like that sort of stuff in the video. My mom did get me a couple of really big, large fruitcakes, and I for one love fruitcakes. So this was kind of a big deal. These were really good quality fruitcakes that she actually had to order. They weren't just ones you could just run down to the store and to the holiday section and find fruitcake. These were what she thought she was getting was actually an import. She thought she was getting like an import from England, like old-fashioned style fruitcake that comes in like the tin. But she didn't end up getting that. These were actually made in the United States, but they were fantastic. They were so good. Well, still are. We still have a bunch left of it. Also from my mother, aside from I did get several GameStop gift cards and cash and things like that from my family, which is primarily what I get, but that's primarily what I want too. So that's really what I asked for. But she did give me something that I really did want quite a lot, and this is something that I plan on making a few more purchases in these type of games. After watching several episodes of Tabletop, I did decide that I wanted to get a few board games. So what I did get was one of the episodes I watched. I fell in love with this game when I watched it, and I knew that I had to get it. And that is a game called Takenoko, which I'm not. Apologies for the jump cut. The camera just decided that it was going to stop recording. So, Takenoko. It is a strategy game in which you are trying to complete different objectives on some cards that you have to draw, some of which include moving the panda around to eat different colors of bamboo. Some of the cards include that you add plots of land to the game board, different colors of land in which different colors of bamboo can grow on, and some cards have you move the gardener piece around to grow the bamboo to higher heights. And of course, this game is based on an old Chinese story in which I think Chinese or Japanese, in which the Chinese emperor, I believe, gives the Japanese emperor a pet panda. And the panda is eating the bamboo in the courtyard, much to the chagrin of the gardener. So it's a very cool game. And as I mentioned, I think I mentioned, I don't know, I might have been in the part that got deleted. I did watch a video of this game on Tabletop, in which they play this game. And they play like an entire round of the game, like an entire playthrough. The video is like 30 minutes long, so you can kind of see the different steps it takes to play, and the outcome of the game. And I highly suggest that you watch the video to see if you might be interested in this game. And if you are interested in the game, I still highly recommend that you watch the video, because they do such a good job of explaining the rules and they're showing you how to play the game, that if you watch that video and then read the directions, you should have no problem playing the game. And like I said, it is a fun game. We did play it on Christmas Day a bit. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. So that was from my mother. And like I said, other than a few odds and ends and things like that, and the fruitcake and things, that was kind of the big gift, other than the gift cards and things like that. So that's about it for my parents' house. But the fun does not stop there, because, like I said, Whitney and Duck Do both got me things as well. And first of which here is another board game. This one is a very common board game nowadays. It's kind of a new classic among tabletop gamers. It is called Settlers of Catan. Now, I have watched a few videos on this, but I have not played it yet, so I can't exactly explain how to play without having experienced it firsthand. But it is another strategy game in which you're basically trying to control different plots of land, I believe, and trade supplies and things, ranging from, like, sorry, it was upside down. I believe it's like wood and coal and things of that nature. So it's definitely got a brain behind it. This is a very from what I've seen personally, it does look like a very good and involved strategy board game. All right. Also from Wit, did get a few odds and ends. Got a phone case and I don't know what you call it exactly, but it's a thing to keep your cords from falling behind your desk, which is very useful. And a portable power bank for my cell phone or device or anything like that. It's a pretty cool little thing. You just plug it in, and it's basically like charge it up, and it's basically like an external battery that you can take with you. So that's pretty cool. She got Duck one of those as well, which was cool. Apparently she got a pretty good deal on those. And then she pulled out the big guns. There's a really funny story that goes with all this, but I'll spare you the story because I'll spare you most of the story because it is a very good story, but it does get a little bit windy because I am a little bit windy. But roundaboutly, she did get me Final Fantasy X HD, 10 and 10.2 HD for the PlayStation Vita. Now, the reason I say roundaboutly is because at her parents' house, we always have a gift exchange over there where we just draw names. Instead of everyone having to buy gifts for everyone, we just trade names, and we each get one person something pretty good. So my brother-in-law drew my name, and he knows I'm a big gamer, and he's a gamer too. He lives right across the street from me. He plays a lot of games too. So when I opened my package, this is what I got from him. I got Final Fantasy X and 10.2 HD, which I was elated. I was happy. Yes, this is awesome, because I really did want this because I wanted to play it on the Vita. So this is the perfect gift, and he loves Final Fantasy X also. So this really was a perfect and thoughtful gift from him. So I thought it wasn't really from him; it's from Whitney. And then everybody else finishes their gifts, and he walks away. Blah 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 blah. And then I'm distracted. I'm talking to my other brother-in-law about something or another, and he comes down with this Microsoft bag, and I'm thinking, what the hell is this? And the dude walks up and hands me an Xbox One, which at this point I'm weak. My knees are weak, and I'm shaking, and I just can't believe that for the third time this year alone, I have been completely and totally shocked, blindsided by a new console. So, yes, Merry Christmas to me. My brother-in-law and my wife went halvesies and got an Xbox One. And the reason that they were able to do this is because of the Microsoft discount, which I think was something like $50. And he had traded in an old 360 that he had that still worked, but just had a little trouble opening and closing on the disk drawer. But they still accepted it. So because of that trade-in, he was able to get another $100 off, and they split the remainder of the cost and got me a friggin' Xbox One with the Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and Unity games inside. But it doesn't stop there, because they also picked up the Halo friggin' Master Chief Collection to go with it. So here I am sitting on Christmas Day, just totally happy to have this, and the Microsoft servers are down, so I can't even play it on Christmas Day. But I have since been able to boot up the Xbox and played some games, and this is a friggin' amazing piece of hardware. I don't care what anybody says. Haters be damned. This thing is awesome. So here we go. Doomwave's now the proud owner of an Xbox One. Very happy to have this. And unfortunately, I haven't had like gobs of time to just sit there and play. I did have Monday off yesterday, the Monday after Christmas, and I was able to play quite a bit of another game that we'll show you in another video. But the excitement once again does not stop there, because Duck also provided me with some amazing gifts that were completely unnecessary, but nevertheless amazing. First off, I knew that he was giving me these because he's like just stuck them in my stocking without wrapping them or anything. And he told me about them too. We have Time Crisis Raising Storm on the PlayStation 3. This is pretty cool. I don't have a move, but he said that you could still use your controller to play it. And I haven't played much of Time Crisis ever, but I did play a bit of it in David Buster's last time I was there, Time Crisis 4, which is apparently included in this. So I do have a little bit of a feel for it, and I do really love these kind of arcadey on rails shooters, basically light gun shooters, but in this case I'll be using the controller. Also, Virtua Fighter 5 on the PlayStation 3. This is awesome because there's been several times where I actually almost bought this game loose because I did want to play it, because I'm pretty into fighting games, and I didn't have one of the Virtua Fighters on PlayStation 3. I have Virtua Fighter 4 on the PlayStation 2, but I did not have 5, so I was interested in this. And it's a pretty cheap game at GameStop, but once again, it's disc only there, so I was like, I'll just passed on it. I figured I would pick it up someday, but now even better, I have a complete copy. And last but not least, as far as those three games go, Dungeon Hunter Alliance. He actually told me about this one beforehand, like right after he bought it, because it's, I believe it has online co-op, so it's a game that him and I can play together on our snazzy Vita systems, which is an amazing system. Okay, next up, this was something that was just completely awesome. I never expected to own one of these, and but actually both of these last couple things, I never expected to own one of these, and it's just a really cool conversation piece, if nothing else. It is a PlayStation 1 with the fold-up screen, which is just really cool. And inside was actually a copy of Ridge Racer. So, hey, what the heck? I think he just threw it in there to test the machine and then forgot that he put it in there. But now I'm going to play some Ridge Racer. I haven't tried this yet. Of course, I'm positive that it works because I know what kind of a dude Duck is. So I am looking forward to plugging this bad boy in and playing some PlayStation. I think I'm going to throw in Final Doom and play Final Doom because, yeah, that sounds awesome. Final Doom on PlayStation, but I'll put it like right here, so it's almost like a Oculus Rift. Just gotta rest it there and play Doom, almost like a handheld. That'd be awesome if the controller was just on there for PlayStation 1. Just play it like that. That'd be awesome. So, once again, thank you very much. And the last thing that is just so awesome, another thing that I actually never expected to own, and it came complete with something that I very much sought after list. Is an NES model of the Game Boy Advance SP, which is just freaking dope. One of my friends had one of these, and I was actually very jealous that he had one, and because mine was just the red one, but he had the NES one, and now I have an NES one, which is awesome. And before I tried to pull the game out, but before he would let me, insisted that I turn it on. So I will do the same for you. I will do the same courtesy while it's booting up here. It did come with a fancy pants grip that is pretty cool. So it just slides in there like so, and you have a fancy pants SP grip. There we go. Doom with a Game Boy Advance. This is actually one of the last ports of Doom I needed. So very happy to have that. And it's surprisingly very good on the Game Boy Advance. We did try to play it on the Retron 5, and it's not very good on the Retron 5 just because the joystick on the Retron 5, while a great joystick, is actually not so great for this game, just because of the 8-direction clickiness of it. Yeah, it's just easier with just a 4-direction D-pad to play this game. So, Doom on the Game Boy Advance, and I think, for one, it looks pretty awesome. So there you have it. That is the Christmas haul for 2014. And once again, we'll just emphasize how friggin' dope it is to have an Xbox One. Some people kind of complained about the controller, maybe the bumpers were a little bit too high, and I really don't notice it at all. I think that this is a fantastically crafted controller, and so far I really love everything about this system. I have absolutely no complaints about the Xbox One. So, thus is the end of part 2 of the Doomwaves Christmas Doom-Tacular. Stay tuned, because part 3 will be all of the games I picked up, games and things I picked up before Christmas and after Christmas, with gift cards and Christmas money and all that good stuff. And I assure you that it is a jam-packed, full video ahead of you. So, thanks for watching. Doomwaves out!